Sequoia Samuels continues tonight. Her family is so worried, as you can clearly see in this photo. It has now been 15 hours since this little one was seen. No sign. She is just 4 years old. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Daryl Green. These are the kind of stories that, as a parent, they hit you right in the gut. Memphis police are doing everything in their power, they told us, going door to door in Uptown, trying to find her, even using K-9 units. Fox 13 Sierra Jordan has been out there since early this morning. Sierra, we just heard from the police in a live news conference. They still need help. This was their third plea to the public for help finding this little girl.
Daryl, that is right. There is still a large police presence here on Caldwell. We were just informed that the FBI, Homeland Security, Memphis Police, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, Bloodhounds are all here trying to find Sequoia. Now, Sequoia was last seen here on the 200 block of Caldwell Avenue minutes after 3 a.m. Now scared but hopeful, and that's the emotion several communities feel after finding out she was missing. Now Memphis police say her parents woke up to the front door open and their child missing. She was last seen wearing a light blue top, black pants with colored hearts on them, and pink house shoes. The great uncle told me Sequoia was born premature, has a feeding tube, and needs her medication. But it's not just the family this is impacting. Community members say they're heartbroken the 4-year-old has still not yet been found.
This is a community that believe in helping one another. You know, we believe in help for one of another, you know, and she hurting, so we hurt. You know, she didn't have to be a child that you pushed in the world. Just the fact that your neighbor's child is missing, it hurts.
Now I want you to take a look at the community right now. Every single one of these people are out here trying to find Sequoia. They have flyers. They're just out here looking in backyards. Everything that they're doing to bring Sequoia back to her family. Now police is urging, if anybody has any information, please call 911 or Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Darcy, Daryl.
It's Fox 13 Sierra Jordan live in Uptown Memphis. Sierra, thank you for the update. One more look at Sequoia's picture. Well, one more for now. We're going to show this picture a lot until she's found. Again, if you have any information, please keep your eyes open for this little girl. And if you see her, contact Memphis Police immediately. Dial 911. We all want to get this little girl home as quickly as possible and safely.
My heart aches with this information. We ask the community to wrap their arms and pray for this family.
Breaking news in Uptown Memphis neighborhood, waking up in shock. Memphis police finding a child's remains in the same area where they were looking for a 4-year-old girl named Sequoia Samuels.
We're live this morning. We're getting new information all the time. Good Morning Memphis at 8:30 starts right now. I'm glad you're with us. I'm Valerie Calhoun.
Yeah, I'm Ernie Freeman. We're at 8:30 on this Friday. It's June 16. We also have a threat of severe weather today, but we're going to start with that breaking news the day after so many of us were hoping and praying for the safe return of that little girl, Sequoia Samuels.
And Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is live on Caldwell Avenue where the search began yesterday. And you got some confirmation from some of your sources. What can you tell us right now?
Well, the mother of Sequoia Samuels, as well as her boyfriend, are being detained by the Memphis Police Department. They, according to the sources, questioned for hours yesterday, but no word yet on if they will be charged or if any charges will come about this. But let me tell you, you got to know that this scene right here, this is where they located the remains of a child here in the 200 block of Caldwell. This is also the street where 4-year-old Sequoia Samuels lived. So right now, a lot of people are trying to piece together what happened, you know, and just to hear of any remains of a child being found, especially in such a desperate search for this 4-year-old, it makes your heart drop for sure. Now, what I can tell you is that, again, these remains of a child, they have not been confirmed to be Sequoia Samuels. 4-year-old Sequoia Samuels. We're working right now to gather that information as well as learn what's next for the mother of Sequoia Samuels as well as the boyfriend of Sequoia, Sequoia's mother. We want you to stay with.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
What's going on, y'all? It's Huggie Pacino back with another video. Maurice Brown 2.0. Mother of missing 4-year-old and boyfriend charged after child's remains found. I wanted to say it before it hit the fan. I wanted to say it so bad, but if the recipe and the clues was just right there. 4-year-old, 3 a.m., door open. Come on. They developed an idea that someone kidnapped a child. Sounds just like Maurice Brown, didn't it? If you don't know that particular story, Memory Lane number 7. Go to my playlist. There's a Memory Lane series. Go to number 7. Go to my community wall if you're on my YouTube channel. There it goes. Anywho, Memphis Police Department said the body discovered in the 200 block of Caldwell Avenue is believed to be Sequoia Samuels, the mother of Sequoia. Brittany Jackson is being charged with aggravated child neglect, abuse of a corpse, and false offense report. Look at her face. Does she seem like she's remorseful? Look at her braids. Look at her hair. Let's take a real good look at this. Let's take a look at this hair. Those are not locks. Those are braids. Look at this chick. She look like she just got like a bunch of shit on top of that. Like they don't even look like braids that are in the scalp. It look like someone didn't finish her hair. But anywho, Jaylon Hobson, alleged boyfriend of Jackson, is being charged with false offense report. Both individuals have been detained by the MPD for these charges at this time. This is an ongoing investigation, and anyone with information regarding this case should immediately contact MPD. The remains were found around 11:50 p.m. June 15th, 200 block of Caldwell Avenue. That's what police said. As said, 4-year-old Sequoia Samuels, who has a feeding tube, has gone missing early Thursday morning. Samuels was last seen on video surveillance in that area around 3 a.m. and she was noticed missing around 6 a.m. That's when a family member told police that they had woken up to find the door of their home open and child missing. The girl's family told Fox 13 that they are heartbroken and asked the community to reach out to police if they have any information. Fox 13 found out from Sequoia great uncle that she was born premature and needed her medication. As police issued a city watch for her Thursday morning, police said that they had not issued an Amber Alert because at the time there was no evidence of a kidnapping. The TBI later issued an endangered child alert for Sequoia as well. According to Memphis Police, the investigation continues. Let me see. Let's see if we can get an affidavit. Right down the rabbit hole. The only affidavit so far we have is Jaylon Hobson. Alright, he had a previous case in May. Alright. So as we read here, as you can see, it says 21. First of all, he's fairly young. Did unlawfully commit the offense. Criminal trespass. Alright. Weapon with an automatic switch. Alright, so anyway, here we go. So boom. Further affiant makes oath that the essential facts, I gotta read all that. On May 6th, 2023, at approximately 8:31 p.m., police were called to 2923 Mimosa Avenue, Chickasaw Place Apartments on a holding prisoner call. Security officers were holding 4 adults in custody. Chickasaw Place Apartments is a safe place per Tennessee District Attorney's Office. Security officer security guard, Asano was saturating the area for persons who did not reside or knew anyone at the apartment complex. Asano stated he saw a red 2013 Nissan Altima bearing Tennessee plates BHM0004 parked on the northeast side of the complex. The occupants of the vehicle did not know anyone at the complex and were in violation of the district attorney's Safeway law. Asano made contact with driver of the vehicle, later identified as Jaylon Hobson, along with co-defendant Brittany Jackson, Altavius Wiggins, and James Hobson's seat. Huh? Did I skip over that? James Nesbitt. I'm sorry, I skipped over the line. Asano noticed a black Glock 23 and .40 caliber handgun with a Glock automatic switch attached to the gun. That is a serious charge, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that was under the Hobson seat. Hobson was in possession of a FN Herstal. I'm sorry. All occupants were removed from the vehicle and 6 guns located inside the vehicle. When Jay Hobson arrived at 170 North Main, he was patted down before being brought to felony response. Hobson was found to have a small gray bag in front left pocket containing a green leafy substance, which later tested positive for THC using the Duquesnois Levenge ring. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what the fuck is that? I've never heard of that. Whatever the fuck that said. With a total weight of 3.4 grams. The officers tagged the FN, serial numbers, all types, all they thought y'all fucked. And you know what's crazy about this particular affidavit? We haven't even got to the actual arrest affidavit yet, and we haven't got Brittany's arrest affidavit yet. But this is a previous case. So Brittany is dealing with a guy who's apparently about their life, because not too many guys with switches that don't plan on using them on Glocks. With that being said, this is very telling about the parent in general, who, after the fact, it was May when this happened. It is now June 16th to be exact. This would be a little over a month later. She's still with that guy. That guy's still with her. It's clear that she has a poor choices in men, obviously. We're not gonna hold her accountable though, are we? All those things they said about, the family is so worried. You weren't worried about this particular individual around the mother and the baby, a 4-year-old baby, born prematurely, feeding tube. Yeah, okay. Let's see. We'll wait till we get these other affidavits, so we'll be right back. All right, well, this is interesting. Before we get into the fact that there was no information about Brittany Jackson being booked, there's no information about an affidavit. Maybe they have her name in the system incorrectly spelled. But the reason I found this update and this affidavit was because of his name, which is Hobson. I didn't find her information. With that being said, mother tells the police that the missing girl was dead for weeks. Body was stored in bags, okay? The mother of the 4-year-old reported missing Thursday told Memphis police that the girl had been dead for weeks after an attack with her boyfriend, after she and her boyfriend had stored the child's body in garbage bags in their house. This is according to the police statement dated 8:14 a.m. Friday. That would be this morning, ladies and gentlemen. And the date of that would be June 16th. So, to be clear here, 8:14 this morning, a day after police combed the North Memphis neighborhood looking for Sequoia Samuels after the family reported her missing. Keep in mind, remember, the family reported her missing. So let's continue. Human remains were found nearby, and Memphis police and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation called off the search Friday. The TBI said that the child is believed to be dead. The child's mother, Brittany Jackson. And I want to be clear here. I looked this person's name up. I don't see that she has been booked, that she's even in jail, and I still don't see any information about an affidavit. I was able to find this through Hobson's name. And I think there's something weird about that, but I digress. Child's mother, Brittany Jackson, is charged with aggravated child abuse, and make sure we zoom that back out. Aggravated child abuse, neglect, abuse of a corpse, and false offense report. Jaylon Hobson, alleged boyfriend of Jackson, is charged with false offense report. And here we go. The search for Sequoia Samuels began Thursday when she was reported missing from her home on Caldwell Avenue in North Memphis. The 4-year-old with a feeding tube allegedly was last seen on security camera footage the night before walking out of their house. Now, keep that in mind. If the baby was seen on security camera walking out of the house the night before, that's odd. But let's continue. Jackson, the child's mother, told police Thursday, all right, follow me, told police Thursday that she was at home at 247 Caldwell with Hobson, her living boyfriend, along with Sequoia, her 5-year-old son, and 2 of Hobson's juvenile relatives, 6 and 4. I don't know why these young kids are even with him, even though they are relatives. I don't know why they're there, because if we just read the affidavit before that, he shouldn't have nobody around him. Not a child, but I digress. She said she last saw Sequoia around 11:45 p.m. when she gave her a drink of water and put her to bed. She said she fell asleep on the couch, and Hobson later fell asleep with her. Keep that in mind. When she woke up and recharged her dead phone, because for some reason she had to charge her phone up after she woke up, not before she went to bed. Charged her phone, dead phone, because keep in mind, she's saying she had a dead phone when she went to sleep. Come on. Listen, one thing we do know, I ain't gonna get into that. That's another video. She said she found text messages from her aunt stating the front door was open. So basically she's trying to make it seem like she didn't get none of these messages, that none of it existed because the phone was dead and nobody was able to inform her until she saw the text messages. So that kind of like cleans it up. But remember, you said this man went to sleep with you as well, so that would excuse him in your quote unquote explanation of you not seeing, or the last time you seen the baby. That's when she said she realized Sequoia was missing and called the police. The mother's story changes. However, Friday, goodness, that's my alarm clock. However, Friday documents state that Jackson was later interviewed by Homicide Bureau, and she told them she had gave a false statement. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. You ready? According to the mother's statement to the police, Hobson had physically attacked Sequoia multiple times in previous weeks. Remember the affidavit before you just got to this point. Now, keep that in mind. Said he attacked her multiple times in previous weeks. After the last attack, the child was left unconscious. Hobson was unable to revive her, and Jackson did not render aid, she allegedly told the police. Hobson put the child's body into several garbage bags, which they stored in the house until Thursday, the document alleges. Jackson maintained the corpse for several weeks until the bags were dumped into a garbage container with other garbage cans outside the apartment, the statement reads. Police executed a search warrant with the medical examiner at 249 Caldwell Avenue and collected the deceased child's remains. The document states those remains are believed to belong to Sequoia, and clothing found with the remains matched a description from the mother, police said. Here we go. Hobson denied his involvement in the child's death, police said. Boyfriend faces separate charges. Shelby County Court also records show Hobson had active charges from a separate case in May. We already talked about that in the affidavit. According to the documents, in that case, he and Jackson were arrested May the 6th at an apartment complex on Mimosa Avenue. Hobson allegedly was found with 6 guns in his car and a green leafy substance in his pocket that tested positive for THC, police said. Jackson allegedly was in the car with him. Hobson was charged with criminal trespass, possession of marijuana, and prohibited weapons with 2 with an automatic switch, and prohibited weapons 2 with ghost gun, 3D computer generated. The case is ongoing. Now it goes back to when we talk about these bonds and how these people get out of jail. This man got caught with 6 guns. How is he even free? How did he post a bond? Who paid for that bond? Why was this bond low enough to even be acquired? Because if you got 6 guns, 6 felonies, that's a minimum of 10 years a piece. 60 years. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You'd be lucky to get a lawyer to talk it down to about 30. And we talk about switches too. That's some 10 years after that. So if there are 6 guns, let's just say all of them had a switch. That's 120 years. I might not be the best mathematician, but I know that much. 10 years a piece. 10 years a piece, that's 6 times 2, that's 120. Minimum you get 60 if you able to talk them down half of that. Fair time. Why is he on the streets anyway? And why is Brittany with him? This is getting very interesting. Let's get into the affidavit, shall we? This is going to be a long video, but we're going to get to the point. Here we go. On Wednesday, June 15th, Brittany Jackson was home at 247 Caldwell Avenue. Jackson was with her living boyfriend, Jaylon Hobson. Jackson's children, C. Jackson, and I guess they blanked that name out. I'm not sure if that's her or what child that is, but they blacked the name out. We're at 247 Caldwell. Hobson has his 2 juvenile relatives there. Okay, we got that information. Jackson advised that she was at home the whole day. And later that night, about 11:30 p.m., Jackson put her children to sleep in their room. At 11:45, Jackson took Blank to the bathroom and gave her a glass of water. I'm assuming that's her name, Sequoia. It's probably the one they blacked out. Jackson went to the living room and fell asleep on the couch. And Blank went to the room with the name Juvenile and went to sleep. Jackson advised that she was... hold on, wait. Jackson advised that she was asleep when Jaylon Hobson came home and fell asleep with her. Okay, all right, cool. Because I was like, why are they leaving after the fact that she said they both would sleep together? Okay, anywho. On June 15th, Jackson said she woke up and observed that her phone was dead. How you wake up and observe your phone was dead? She advised after charging her phone, she saw that there were missed text messages from her aunt, Shaquita Bass. The text said the front door is open. Jackson also missed a text from her mother and called her. Jackson's mother advised that she also received a call from Bass saying that the front door was open. Jackson checked the room with the children and found Blank was missing. That's Sequoia. The Memphis Police Department made the scene and reported the incident. Let me ask this question. The aunt saw the door open and didn't think, let me go over there. Let me knock. Let me call the police myself. No one thought about this, but for some reason, first of all, if your phone was dead, that means between 11 and 3 a.m. when you discovered that your phone was dead. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, 11:45, she said she later woke up and it had to be like 3 a.m. You woke up and your phone was dead. Why are you waking up to your phone dead? This aunt never called the police and never even did anything about the door being open. If I see my relative door wide open, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to text her or text a relative and say, hey, your door is open, and then don't react to it. That's just me. Anyway, Jackson came to 170 North Main Homicide Bureau to be interviewed. Jackson was read her Miranda rights or warnings, and she waived the warnings, advising she would answer questions. Jackson explained she previously gave a false statement about today's event. Oops. Jackson said Jaylon Hobson physically attacked 4-year-old Sequoia and multiple times, several weeks before today. After the last attack, Sequoia became unresponsive. Hobson attempted to revive her, however, she regained consciousness. She never regained consciousness. I'm sorry. Jackson never attempted to render aid for her daughter. Hobson placed Sequoia in several bags. and they stored the bags in the house until today. Jackson maintained the course for several weeks. Jackson advised that Blake was dumped in the garbage container and moved to the east side of the apartment with other garbage cans. A picture of the garbage container plastic bags with Sequoia inside was shown to Jackson. She identified both containers of plastic with Sequoia. I'm assuming that's what that says. After executing a search warrant, the medical examiner made the scene. So we got to this part. Hobson was read the warnings and waived the warnings, advising her to answer questions. Hobson denied involvement in the death, and Hobson stated that he last saw Sequoia last Sunday. Whoa. Hobson said he saw her last Sunday, which is impossible due to the advanced state of the decomposition of a human remains believed to be Sequoia. Ouch. I'm confused with this. Like, what? Did I read that right? Hold on, let me see. Hobson was read his Miranda warnings and waived the warnings, advising he would answer questions. Hobson denied involvement in the death of Sequoia. Hobson stated that he last saw Sequoia last Sunday. Which is impossible due to the advanced state of decomposition of the human remains believed to be Sequoia. Are they saying that she was dead prior to that? I'm lost here. I'm assuming that that's what they're saying. Let me know if I read that right. This would be 5 days before the day, which would be Sunday. If he said he saw last Sunday was the last time he saw her, I don't get it. Anywho, this is Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino Effect. I know this is very long. This is very exhausting. If we get more information, we'll go from there. I really was just waiting till this thing developed because I knew throughout the day it would eventually make sense of most of this stuff. And it's starting to make sense that they both were in on this and they don't have their story together, which was sick. These people are sick. You know, this is not the first time I've seen this story. I think none of us knew this is the first time. This kind of reminds you of Maurice Brown Sr. Part 2. He did the same thing. He got on the news and said that his kid was kidnapped and somebody came and took him, and maybe they did it because he got into it with a few guys and he has enemies, and come to find out about it, he dumped the baby into a dumpster down the street. Like I said, I referenced that in the beginning of the video. Go check that video out. It's in Memory Lane's number 7, the 7th Memory Lane, Maurice Brown Sr. So Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino Effect. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gone.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive all notifications from Huggie Pacino. In the description box, you can find all 10 channels. HP Media 1 and 2 are the 2 new channels. You can also subscribe to my dog Julio and Huggie Pacino 1 through 6. And there's also a Huggie Pacino Effect throwback channel. And you can also contact me via email and phone. And if you would love to donate to the channel, here's where you could donate: Cash App and PayPal. The link's on the screen.
Donations, gifts,